be expecting something out of a fairy tale.
The association's next award is for Professional of the Year. And the recipient of that award is Eldorado Hotep, and I just found out that his real last name is Anderson. And I'd ask that he come up. Mr. Anderson is an administrator for the Great Oaks Charter School in Bridgeport, Connecticut. However, he has a love for entrepreneurship and has led to the fastest growing urban business platform in Connecticut, Black Wall Street, Bridgeport. Since its inception in 2014, vendor participation has increased from 31 vendors in August of 2014 to over 215 this past September. In all, in the last 4 years, over 325 aspiring entrepreneurs, businesses, and organizations have participated in Black Wall Street. Eldorado believes that entrepreneurship is one of the greatest ways to positively impact the community, as well as provide a blueprint to rebuild communities, like the ones we used to have in Harlem, New York, Durham, North Carolina, Detroit, Michigan, and most famously, the Greenwood District of North Tulsa, Oklahoma. His goal is to collectively and strategically buy property, then buy the block, and eventually own the neighborhood. He's a family man, along with his backbone, Aya. Did I get that right? Very good. They are the parents of 3 children, Ilea and Ilani, as well as Aiden. I present to you Mr. Anderson.
Thank you very much. Briefly, I just want to shout out Robert and Jordy and Daryl. I met these brothers about a year and a half ago at the center across from the Sheridan. And when I met them, I never been so I felt like a kid in a candy store to look at brothers that didn't mind leaving their ego at the door. I think a lot of our issues when it comes to being a black man is that we go through so much, we're so protective of everything, we don't know how to be a king and respect the king at the same time. So while I'm here, I want to tell all my brothers, you look good, I respect you, the kingdom in me respects the kingdom in you, and without you, we cannot be anything. So I just want to shout you out. Definitely want to shout out A in the back, and all you guys, ladies, you look good too. But my queen's right there in the back. She's looking the best right now. So I just want to shout you out and thank you for having us. Have a good evening.
Association of Black Business Professionals, Black Tie Gala.
Our next award goes to our distinguished business leader, and that would be Mrs. Kelly Holbrook. Kelly Holbrook is the proud owner of Simply Divine Beauty Lounge.
Yes, she is.
Okay, you've got to calm your husband down. I can't continue. For Kelly, hairstyling has been a passion since she was a very little girl. She has been in the beauty industry for 23 years. She began her career in the cosmetology program, at Putnam Vocational Technical High School, where she graduated in 1994. You have one more time to do that, we're gonna put you out. Okay, Alicia is here tonight. If you want to see Lisa, keep going. Okay, very good. Since graduation, she has worked in several top salons in Springfield as a stylist and a manager. giving her the experience she needed to fulfill her dream of opening Simply Divine Beauty Lounge in 2008, which currently serves the community of Springfield and surrounding areas. Kelly was recently recognized by the New England Cosmetology and Barbers Association for making a difference in the beauty industry. She spoke on behalf of Common Capital to Congress on the importance of helping small business. She has collaborated with people in the community and has held several give back events held at her salon. For example, the Canned Food Drive, Purse Packing Party, and Bra Drive, and has supported various charitable events with donations of hair services and products. She is also a part of the first cohort to go through the Rise Up Springfield program through Interrise. Kelly is also an educator for Design Essentials Professional Hair Care Products. As an educator, she is able to share her knowledge of hair care with other stylists, both new to the industry and experienced. Kelly plans to continue to share behind the chair and also in front of it. And I must tell you, she is my stylist and she does a phenomenal job. Kelly Holbrook.
Thank you to the Association of Business Professionals. But how do you say it? I said I was practicing. Associate of Black Businesses and Professionals. Thank you to my Lord and Savior. I thank my husband for being my rock and my support system. I thank my ladies, Sheila and Janet, who hold it down for me. When I got the letter in the mail that I was getting the Distinguished Business Leader Award, I was excited, but I'm like, I just do what I love. I know I have a business, but it's just what I love to do, so I'm honored and I'm thankful, and I just look forward to continue to serve the community in any way that I can. And thank you to the people who have patronized my business, and I look forward to continuing to serve the community. Thank you.
Association of Black Business Professionals, Black Tie Gala.
Mr. Holbrook, Mr. Holbrook, Mr. Holbrook, Mr. Holbrook. I'm going to give you one more opportunity to get it all out. Are you finished? And our next Distinguished Business Leaders Award goes to Althea Haynes and Alethea Stevenson. Twins Althea and Alethea are the owners and one of the area's largest after-school programs. The Center After School Program is a large group and school-age childcare. It has a maximum capacity of 60 children. It was founded in 2004, and the sisters have made exemplary business neighbors, often donating and volunteering in community events and activities. I present to you the owners of the Center After School Program.
Everybody knows me and my sister, we usually is behind the scenes. We don't usually talk much, only to the kids. So I typed up something just now. Okay, so first we would like to thank Allah God for giving us the strength, vision, and resilience and courage. We would like to thank the Association of Black Business and Professionals for this distinguished award. We would like to thank our mother. She's better known as the Center Mother. Our center parents and staff who continues to support and believe in our mission. For without them, there's no program. We had a vision 14 years ago. Who was going to care for our children and nurture them like we do? So we started our program with just our own biological children. We got 12 between the both of us. And so with the help of many, just to name a few, Yusuf Muhammad and the Believers of Muhammad Mosque number 13, Ben Swan, our financial advisor, Julius Lewis, Daryl Miles, who always believed in us and our for-profit status. In the past, we also owned a temp agency that helped provide jobs for our parents. And during our 14 years at the program, we also went back to school. We both got our bachelor's degree, and we continue to run our program.
So I would like to personally thank my sister. We're a team of its own. Yes. Then I also would like to, last but not least, I would like to say rest in peace to one of our parents, Waliska. She was the one that lost her life in a fire on Quincy Street a couple of months ago. And Caleb Daniels and sorry, my phone just went okay. And Tito, and one of our center students, Adriana Hernandez, who died in a car accident on Union Street. And then I'd like to thank my husband and my children, and I'd like to thank everyone, because everyone looks so brilliant and gorgeous tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Association of Black Business Professionals Black Tie Gala.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And last but not least, our last Distinguished Business Leaders Award goes to Charlene Naylor, owner of Charlene's Boutique. Charlene's Boutique is a family-owned business that started over 12 years ago here in the city of Springfield. It began where her and her husband had the ability to reach many people, their church. By faith and God-given purpose, Charlene was inspired to raise women to another level of thinking, self-esteem, and appearance on how a lady should look, think, and feel. As the word spread, the business grew, and Charlene incorporated her 3 daughters, who have successfully been able to add fashion of all ages, combining them tastefully. Charlene's Boutique has given first-time job opportunities to both young women and men seeking employment. Their aim is to prepare them for the workforce in retail skills and in customer service. Charlene's Boutique has also donated prom dresses to underprivileged young ladies in our community. It currently has 2 locations, 1356 Boston Road in Springfield and 1394 Main Street as well. They have a grand opening for their newest location that's going to be held on February 16th and 17th from the hours of 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. The mission of Charlene's Boutique is to find the lady and beauty in all women. Congratulations.
We just want to say thank you. And first I want to give honor to God, who is the head of my life. I thank God for his blessings and for being here. I thank God for all of you.
Oh yeah.
So we're honored to accept this award on the behalf of my mother, Charlene Naylor, who's not here. I'm not the behind the mic girl, but I'm gonna go forth. So our boutique is located on Boston Road and Main Street. We have a grand opening February 16th and 17th, and we're hoping that you all come and patronize. And we also want to thank all those that are here that are wearing Charlene's Boutique and for your patronism.
Yeah, we'd like to thank all those who have supported our business in the past, as well as up to now. I'd like to give a shout out to the twins, Alethea and Althea. They're good supporters of us. Cindy is wearing one of our gowns. And we also have another entrepreneur in the midst of us that also has patronized our business, which is Sasha. And we are very thankful of this award. We do not count this as, we're very grateful of receiving this award, and we're pressing forward to be able to do bigger and better things in our community. Thank you so much, and we hope that you enjoy Charlene's Boutique if you come and join us on our grand opening. Thank you.
Association of Black Business Professionals, Black Tie Gala.
Hi, this is Robert Jones, the chairman of the Association of Black Business and Professionals, and we're here at our second annual Black Tie Gala. As you can see, it's jumping tonight. We've got a lot of very esteemed people here tonight participating in our event, and we're very honored to have these folks here. And we're just showcasing all the activities and benefits and workshops that we've done in the community, bringing black businesses and professionals together. So thank you for coming out. I appreciate it.
Association of Black Business Professionals, Black Tie Gala.
And the association would also like to make special mention of Vanessa Hall. She is celebrating 25 years as the owner of Beauté Within Salon and Day Spa. Ms. Hall, would you like to stand so we can give you also a round of applause? Next, we are moving towards our keynote address. And our keynote address will be given by Michael Mathis. Michael Mathis is the president and chief operating officer of the MGM Springfield, responsible for the implementation, development, and operations of the resort. Mr. Mathis is a 16-year veteran of the gaming industry. He most recently served as senior vice president of Global Gaming Operations. He joined MGM Resorts International in 2011 as Vice President of Global Gaming for MGM Hospitality, where he was responsible for identifying and evaluating potential gaming development opportunities in both domestic and international strategic markets. In addition, Mr. Mathis was charged with drafting gaming legislation, addressing development and operational issues, as well as meeting with elected officials, legislators, and other community stakeholders to discuss public policy issues. Mr. Mathis previously served as Vice President of Legal Affairs and Assistant General Counsel for Boyd Gaming Corporation, where he held a senior role in the company's corporate development department. Prior to that, he held the position of Vice President and General Counsel for Echelon, did I say that right, Mike? Echelon, thank you. Resorts and Corporate Counsel for Las Vegas Sands Corporation. Mr. Mathis has a law degree from Georgetown University and earned his Bachelor of Arts degree in Economics and Asian Studies from Dartmouth College. He has been admitted to the state bars of Nevada, New York, and New Jersey, and has served as a member of the International Association of Gaming Advisors. He also served as the past president of the Discovery Children's Museum and led the relocation of the museum in 2013 to its $50 million state-of-the-art home at the Donald W. Reynolds Discovery Center in downtown Las Vegas. He currently serves on the boards of the Springfield Museums, the Economic Development Council of Western Mass, as well as the United Way of Pioneer Valley. Let's give a warm round of applause to our keynote speaker for this evening, Mr. Michael Mathis.
Good evening, everyone. How's everybody doing? Scary when an introduction starts to sound like a eulogy, so I was like, wow, I've been at it for a while. I've got a few opening comments, and then I'm going to go to my prepared remarks. But one, I just want to say, what a fantastic group of people. Seriously, give yourselves a round of applause. I've got the privilege of going to a bunch of these, and often I look out at the crowd and wonder, why are you all here tonight? You're all looking at your watches trying to get out of here. There's no love or passion in the room. Like, what is the mission? But this is a group that clearly cares about each other, has fun, celebrates each other, Mr. Holbrook. So no, it's really nice to be here. And I tell you, there's a time in the future when you will look back at this event and remember how you all fit into this room, because this organization is going to grow, and you're going to miss the days when it was this intimate a setting. So really great to be here. The room looks wonderful. The people, you all look gorgeous. I say that often in these kind of remarks, even to the ugly rooms, but it's nice to say it and mean it. My queen is not here tonight. She's conflicted, so I can say, like, you women look gorgeous. Like, thank God she wasn't at the table when Cindy Gaynor was sitting across in that dress. I would have to pretend I was focused on what she was saying to me while I was looking at Cindy. So, it's really great to be here. Was that uncool? Is that all right? Is that all right to say? What was Rich's phrase? I'm coming real. I'm coming true. Thank you all. Good evening. I want to start by thanking the founder of this group, Daryl Moss, and the board chair, Robert Jones, who entrusted me to deliver remarks. I want to congratulate you on your stewarding of this organization and this event into its second year. For those of you that are small business owners, and I heard today with all the awards, there's a lot of small business owners. You probably heard the adage that you either fail or make it within your first 6 months, right? And obviously you've all made it, so congratulations. But I think the same applies to an organization like this. A lot of organizations hold their first annual gala, not knowing that it will be their last annual gala. And the fact that you made it here to the second time, sold out, is really an accomplishment. So Daryl and the group, congratulations. You know, it's funny, on Friday, I found myself needing an extra ticket to this event, and I called my assistant in to call up Daryl, see if I can get an extra ticket. She said, hey, I've heard that it's a sold-out event, and I looked at her sort of in a patronizing way, and I said, listen, I'm the president of MGM Springfield, I'm the keynote speaker. Why don't you call Daryl and get me an extra ticket, right? She's like, all right. So she comes back in my office about 10 minutes later, sort of sheepishly. She's like, yep, I got a note from Daryl. It's sold out, and he sends his apologies. So I guess sold out means sold out, even for me. I imagine for many of you who drive the mission of the Association of Black Business and Professionals, I'm going to go with just ABP. It's a labor of ABBP. It's a labor of love, because I can certainly feel that love tonight. And it's not a puppy dog crush type of love. This is through thick and thin, hitting the phones, getting sponsors. I will be on that board behind you next year. All right. I'm embarrassed that I'm not, and I will be there next year. And maybe we'll be hosting at a place that we're working on downtown. As we begin the year in which MGM will open, I'm inspired by all of you and by the incredible business leaders being recognized tonight. I've had the pleasure of getting to know many of you. It's nice to go to these events and see more and more friends. I look at Bill Griffin, friend. So thank you all for embracing me, our team, and our company. I want to, we already recognize our elected officials. It's an honor for me to be asked to follow in the footsteps of Mo Cowan. Who was here last year when Mo Cowan spoke? What a great speaker. I'm hoping you've forgotten how great a speaker he was. In fact, I made sure wine landed at each of your tables so that you're sufficiently lubricated by the time I gave my remarks. In contrast to Mo Cowan, who's a great black professional elected leader, I want to give you a little bit of background on me and my personal journey. I know you know a lot about the company. I'm the son of an African-American career Army officer. And my mother is a Taiwanese-born immigrant. And we moved around a great deal as a child. And I was exposed to a wonderful, diverse family. I was a true Army brat. I lived in Alabama, Germany, California, to name a few places. You know, we were working class. When we traveled, we stayed 4 to a room. It was my parents, me, and my brother. And most of the hotels we stayed at had the word lodge, roof, inn, the number 8. So it's ironic that I've been tasked with leading the development of $1 billion, that's right, with a B, $1 billion resort, luxury resort. But I wouldn't change those experiences for anything, as they helped to mold who I am. My parents gave my brother and I an incredible early childhood opportunity that would help shape us, bring us to new communities, learn to meet people, learn to embrace diversity. Someone once said that most lives of achievement can be traced back a generation. I certainly think my parents for what I've been able to achieve, and I'm sure many of you've done it tonight, have acknowledged your parents and the generations that preceded us. So nights like tonight are only possible because of the hard work and the sacrifices of those generations, and for the wonderful people like you all tonight. For much of my schooling, my family was based in New Jersey. My dad went out of his way to make sure that despite moving every 6 months, that we had a solid high school career. So he settled down on the Jersey Shore. It used to be a wonderful phrase before those idiots got on reality TV, but I call it home, and I love the Jersey Shore. Eventually, I attended Dartmouth College in Hanover, New Hampshire. I used to do road trips from New Jersey up to New Hampshire, passing by the Hall of Fame, passing by Springfield, not knowing that my life would come back here. I don't know if you've ever had one of those moments when you realize some things are destined, but a big part of my career will be Springfield, and I'm incredibly grateful for that. I chose Georgetown for law school, which is where I met my wife, Lisa, who is also an attorney. Lisa was a Long Island native, and after graduation, we settled down at law firms in New York and New Jersey. We had a great life, but quickly realized life-work balance and wanted to do something different with our time. It was right around that time that we had a great friend from our Georgetown Law School who was based out of Las Vegas, and this is like the late 90s, so we called her just the crazy Las Vegas girl. Couldn't imagine someone living in Las Vegas. But it was February, we're freezing our butts off, and we wanted to go check out a new environment, so we went and shopped our resumes out in Las Vegas. And next thing you know, 16 years later, we were living in Las Vegas, raising a family, and it was a really wonderful time in our lives. The gaming market was booming, and opportunities were everywhere. It seemed like an interesting and exciting possibility, so we decided to find a way to make something happen. I worked as a legal counsel in the gaming industry for several years before MGM Resorts International made me a wonderful offer in 2011. You may have heard this story before, but my title at the time was Vice President of Global Gaming Development. There's no cooler title in the world than Vice President of Global Gaming Development for a company like MGM. We were in Tokyo, South Korea, Toronto. My chairman wanted to come out of the recession and wanted to grow the company and start playing offense again, and I was part of a small team that did that. I remember I was in, about 3 months into the job, I was in the Ritz-Carlton in Tokyo, sipping on probably a $200 glass of wine and thinking life was good. And my chairman called me and said, I want you to get focused on Springfield. Springfield's the next project to go. I responded, I didn't know Springfield, Illinois was working on a casino project. I'm sorry, I know that hurts, but that's actually the truth. I'm working on it. I'm going to work on it with you. I immediately called my wife, and she was concerned as I was. I thought my career had just taken a left turn because I didn't realize what this opportunity was. Little did I know, and some of you know our company, no one spent more time with our chairman and our president, the number 1 and 2 people in our company, and this is a 77,000 person company. No one spent more time with those two individuals than I did in Springfield, Massachusetts. They were here every day working on this license because it meant that much to the company. That's what I didn't realize when they gave me that great opportunity, but I'm so honored now that they had the vision to allow me to run this. By the time I arrived in Springfield in 2012, as the company already had decided to go big, we had listened carefully to the Commonwealth, and their hopes for the gaming industry, and we knew that economic development and jobs were the main drivers. Number one and 1A, to quote one of my favorite politicians. Then my chairman went a step further. He decided to buck the trend of building a casino, a traditional slot in a box, middle of nowhere resort, and he chose downtown Springfield for economic development. And he didn't just pick any piece of real estate, he picked a tornado-ravaged piece of real estate that no one had the vision to develop. Now, hearing that description of our site, some might joke facetiously and say, what could possibly go wrong with a piece of real estate like that? And I'm sure some have, but not MGM. We said, imagine all the good that can happen here on this piece of land. And that, my friends, is going big, and why I'm incredibly loyal and passionate about MGM Resorts. It's a rebirth, a comeback story, an inside-out design, architectural preservation, economic spin-off, the crossroads of New England. Rich was talking about a lot of this. This is a really wonderful opportunity, and one that we plan to exploit in the most positive way. Every one of these phrases gets used over and over again in our company. But they invigorate our team and drive us to deliver incredible results. You're gonna meet my team. I'm proud to say my team. Every staff meeting, I say it as unobnoxiously as I can, but none of you would be here but for me, and I wouldn't be here but for the company, and the company wouldn't be here but for all of the public that welcomed us into this community. They're a tremendous group of people, and they get the vision of what we're trying to do in Springfield. A lot of them are living downtown. They're living in apartments, and they tell me daily how great it is to walk to work, how great it is to walk and go to restaurants and go to different entertainment up and down Main Street. You should all be proud of that, because you stuck in there long enough for that actually to become a reality. So you'll be excited to see the group of people we're bringing downtown. We embarked on a journey of greatness for the city, for our industry, and for our company. Of course, we knew the journey wouldn't be without its turbulence and plot twists, but greatness is rarely achieved the easy way. And MGM is not known for taking the easy road. It is known for its commitment to excellence, being an industry trailblazer, and being exceptional in all we do. Our success comes through the power of a compelling vision, a unity of effort, and a commitment and dedication to its execution. I want to reflect for a moment on the trust that the residents of Springfield have put in us. It is not lost on me that many of you in this room were part of the early campaigns to get MGM Springfield off the ground. As my childhood taught me, learning about a community and what makes it tick is essential. But during these early campaign days in 2013, Springfield and the region had many suitors, and you had scars from other missed opportunities. We recognized that. We knew that we couldn't take any shortcuts to earn your trust. We had to bring our A game. We wanted you to know that we were the real deal. We flipped pancakes for the spirit of Springfield. I was interviewed a million times. Some may call it analyzed. I sat down with Rick Hurst. Anybody ever sit down with Rick Hurst and do an interview? That's memorable. I attended a backyard barbecue hosted by Haskell Kennedy, and enjoyed endless burn ends at Theodore's and Creole cooking at the Big Mamu. The Springfield campaign days are legendary within our company, and it will represent for me some of the best days of my professional and personal career. Every interested resident had a seat at the table, and they made their opinions known often as I walked the streets, and that's for another day. We offered transparency and information to everyone that we could. We would address a handful of people in a living room or crowds at City Stage. It didn't matter. We wanted to get the word out. It is these moments, big and small, that I can still call on for a smile and nourishment on tough days. They are the foundation for what MGM Springfield has become. They made us stronger together. I'm gonna pass over a couple of pages of my comments and spare you all. Because the night's getting long and you guys were so tremendous. I kept looking for an opening, like, let me just get one bad speaker and then I'll jump up there and do my remarks. But it was really a strong group of folks. I just want to go over a few things about our company. We're consistently ranked as a global corporate leader in diversity. In 2017, we were ranked 12th among Diversity Inc.'s most diversified top companies. The prestigious list recognizes companies that excel in areas of hiring, retaining, and promoting women, minorities, people with disabilities, the LGBT community, individuals, and veterans. And here's a few stats about the company that I'm proud to call my own. Almost 69% of the company's employees are minorities. That's 77,000 strong, and we're Fortune 500. I think we're 398. About 44% of the employees in management at MGM are women. That deserves a round of applause. Now, that 69% of employees that are diverse in our company, 43% of our management are diverse. So this isn't just line level. This is managers, folks like me, folks like you. In 2016, MGM spent approximately $475 million in construction and procurement with minority-owned businesses, women-owned, veteran-owned, and disadvantaged-owned businesses, as well as disabled businesses and ones owned by LGBTQ. I want to call out one. Where's Lamont Clemens? Is he still in the room? Stand up, Lamont. Everybody know Lamont? So Lamont owns a painting business. He's been on our project site. We spent a considerable amount of money with you, Lamont. So I'm surprised that you're not on this wall behind me either. Next year? Next year? But he's done a fantastic job, and Lamont just gave me some news before the program started. Wynn Resorts out of Boston just engaged his company for a big contract to paint their resort. So we're growing businesses here, and the state's taking notice. We know that incidentally, you can sit down, Lamont. Incidentally, next week we'll be introducing our MGM executive team to the public. I'm proud to tell you that of our 16 department heads, 9 of them are diverse and or women. All right, so we got the white guys outnumbered. The top 3 positions in the company, myself included, 2 are African American and 1 is a female. So, business is changing. We know that by focusing on people who will become the life force of our new resort, responsible for engaging, inspiring, and entertaining our customers, that we are making a sure bet. There's a lot to do in a short amount of time, so I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't take advantage of this well-connected, great-looking, and community-minded group. Send me your brightest. I want to introduce them to MGM. I want to introduce them to the hospitality industry and grow generations to come of hospitality professionals that will not only work in Springfield, but my dream is for a downtown Springfield young man or woman to go work in Macau. Think about what that changes a lifeline, a family tree. So help me make it happen. I think in closing, I just want to share an anecdote. Anyone ever see the show Mad Men? Anybody know it? It was based on a New York City ad agency in the 1960s. I enjoy the world of marketing and the nostalgia of the 1960s. But for those that have seen this show, it quite possibly is the whitest show you've ever seen. 1960s was not a diverse time in New York City on Madison Avenue. So every once in a while, you'd see an African American shown in the movie. They'd be a porter or an elevator bellman. You see a Hispanic person, they'd be a cab driver or a housekeeper. So it was a little bit surreal for me. I was in a meeting last week being pitched by a big New York City Madison Avenue marketing firm. They call them the top 5. In fact, it was one of the big firms that was portrayed in the Mad Men show from the 1960s. That's how historic and big they were. This firm is one of the biggest and best in the world, and they're responsible for some of our company's greatest marketing campaigns. On this day, they were presenting the MGM Springfield launch campaign that you'll be seeing in the next coming months. It was a conference room full of people, but all eyes were on me. They were on me, my number 2, a gentleman named Alex Dixon, who's our general manager, an African American, and they were on the eyes of our head of casino marketing, a woman named Anika Gaskins, also an African American woman. They were eager for our feedback and our approval as a client because we were paying the bills. All right, just think about that. 60 years later, we were the big dogs in the room. And the most amazing thing about that scene for me was that it didn't even seem strange. I barely took stock of the moment. But I'm not at all confused that the meeting was only made possible because of the sacrifices and courage of our parents, our grandparents, and many others that we've long forgotten. And because of people like you, who on a small scale or on a big scale ensure that people of color are supported in all of their endeavors. So as a beneficiary of those opportunities, I thank you, and I commit to do my part in ensuring the same opportunities for others. Thank you all.
Association of Black Business Professionals, Black Tie Gala.
What a great keynote address. Can we give another round of applause for Mr. Mathis? Next, to share the upcoming Association of Black Business and Professionals events and membership, we have for you Miss Jasmine Green as well as Miss Victoria Rowe.
Good evening. Glad to see all of you here tonight. You all look very lovely. Give yourselves a round of applause. Okay, so upcoming events, we're gonna start with on February 16th, the much anticipated movie of the year, Marvel's Black Panther. We are doing a private showing at Eastville Mall, opening night. Again, that's February 16th, opening night. Our tickets are on sale for $15. We do have tickets here tonight, so if you're interested in purchasing tickets with us tonight, please see one of us. So that will again be happening February 16th.
All right. Our next event is along an ongoing dinner and dialogue. The theme will be Black America and the Legal System. That will be February 22nd. We've hosted this event at previous places, Kai and Eli's, American International College. You're getting to sit at the table with people that you're comfortable with and have the discussions that need to be said, need to be heard around the table. Again, this event is February 22nd.
The day after that, February 23rd, we're having a stage play called Unframed. That is by painter/poet Iyabo. It's called Unframed from the Caribbean to America. It'll be held at American International College. Tickets for that will be available at Erica's Ethics and Something to Talk About. And again, if you are an attendant AIC, it'll be free for you. So that will be happening at American International College, February 23rd. Stage play called Unframed from the Caribbean to America.
This next event that I'm going to bring up is something that's very near and dear to my heart because I know it's a vision that each and every one of these ladies in the room has. This is the Cape of Ebony. We are celebrating the achievements of professionals and entrepreneurs, for Black women especially. This will be June 16th at Chez Joseph. Again, June 16th, you have plenty of time. We have save the date flyers here today, so you can please grab one on your way out. This one is for women that take the path that not everyone has taken and they leave a trail. We are trailblazers and we want to celebrate those achievements of all these women. So I hope to see each and every one of you there. Again, this event is June 16th.
Okay, and at the end of the year, around December, like the day after or the week after Christmas, we partnered with the city. We do the citywide Kwanzaa event. This past year, well, actually last month, we had Alex Dixon, who's a manager at MGM, as our keynote speaker, who we have found celebrates Kwanzaa with his family every single year, and he had a wonderful event at his house. So again, Kwanzaa, it's one of the largest celebrations celebrated here in Springfield in the region. It takes place right after Christmas. You have the opportunity, if you have a business, you can be a vendor at that event as well. And we celebrate in song, in dance. Dream Studios has blessed us with dance almost every year, I believe. Sometimes there's poetry, there's singing, and most importantly, there's our community. So again, Kwanzaa is also something that we do in partnership with City of Springfield.
So we've thrown a lot of events at you for tonight. But to be sure that you can stay up to date, please visit our website. It is abbpofma.org. We do various events throughout the year, including our quick sessions. We know that everyone in here leads a very busy life. We dedicate 1 hour to give you as much information as possible on various topics, such as dollar cost averaging, real estate investors. Please stay up to date by visiting our website. Again, that is abbpofma.org.
And again, thank you and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Association of Black Business Professionals Black Tie Gala.
Thank you, ladies. And prior to leaving, I just want to introduce you to the board of directors for the association. If I could just have everyone come up as I call your name. First, we have Cindy Gaynor. Dakota Cotton. Daryl Moss. David Maynard. George Mack. Jasmine Green. Jennifer McNeil. Dr. Katrina Banks. Richard Griffin Jr. Robert Jones. They love you, Robert. They love you. Tracy Whitfield. And Victoria Rowe. And one more round of applause for our board of directors. Thank you. Now, lastly, we're going to have closing remarks from Daryl E. Moss. Just wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I've been kind all evening to Daryl Moss. Let me tell you a little bit about Daryl. When he asked me to MC this event, he's constantly in my office, first of all. I'll just put that out there. So, of course, he comes into the office and he says things like, it's going to be dope. It's going to help the community. It's going to be a really nice event. We're going to step it up a notch this year. Can you be the MC? And at first, of course, I thought, okay, one more thing to do, one more event to attend, but who can refuse D. Moss when he asks you to do something, right? Oh, Robert can. That's why you got booed. Now be nice. Now be nice. But let me tell you a little bit about Daryl, and I'm sure you know a lot about him. However, he currently serves as the Deputy Communication Director for the City of Springfield. He is responsible for developing, executing, and managing strategic internal and external communication strategies that support the objectives of the City of Springfield. A professional in the field of youth development, Mr. Moss has more than 20 years of experience facilitating programs, budgetary policies, and programs for young people. Moss attended Southern Connecticut State University. He's an author of 2 books of poetry and volunteers in a number of community programs and events. Daryl is a co-founder of the Association of Black Business and Professionals and founder of the Springfield Indie Soul Festival. Mr. Daryl Moss.
Can we have a nice round of applause for our MC for the evening, Attorney Alicia Days. Thank you. I'm going to keep my closing remarks really, really short. Was this a valuable use of your time? Let me know by a round of applause or not. Thank you. We didn't do this just so we can all get dressed up and, our symbolic contribution to what needs to be done in the community. We're really doing this, whether it's the gala or any of the events and activities that we have year round, because there's a lot of work that needs to be done in our community. We've done a lot of social work, but we haven't done a lot around economic development. And it's critical that we work diligently to establish a strong Black economic base. When we talk about some of the social issues that have been negatively impacting our communities, we're dealing with these issues without our business community behind us. When we first got together, we said we need a community of business folks. We need to help them to grow and to thrive so that they can in turn take those resources and share them with us so we can hit the streets armed with the resources that we need. So when we do this tonight, it's not just another opportunity to throw on a tux and a bow tie and look cute. We're really doing this to convince everyone that this work is really, really, really important. We need to do this. There's a lot of work that we need to do with the association. This is a fundraiser. There's a lot of work that we need to do, whether it's a quick session, whether it's small business planning workshops, whether it's working with small businesses around marketing and branding and all the other things that go into running a business. We need the funding to make sure that we do this work correctly. What we don't want to do is get out there, start with a lot of good intentions and have no resources behind us to make this work impactful. So we really, really, really need your support. We have donation forms up front. And although you pay $75 a ticket to be here, we can still use your donations year round so that we can get this work done. There are a number of speakers, a number of workshops, webinars that we want to be doing year round. And we can't do this without the resources. So I want to thank everybody for being here tonight on behalf of the board of directors and all the members of the Association of Black Business and Professionals. And I'm looking at Anthony Wilson. Anthony Wilson, please come up. He is one of our founders. Please, Anthony Wilson. We hope that people will continue to come out and support our events. We hope that people will continue to contribute and donate. There's a lot of work that has to get done. If you're a small business owner and you need help, raise your hand. See the hands. We have to do this work. We want to make sure that we're in a position to help them. I want to thank Alicia Days, attorney Alicia Days, one more time. I'm deeply, deeply appreciative. I will be calling on you again. I want to thank Jamal Jemison and MIP. I appreciate you being here. We look forward to working with you. Keyshawn Dodds and the Boys and Girls Club Family Center, they're doing a phenomenal job. We've been doing a lot of work with them. Please, a round of applause for Keyshawn. Thank you. I see Dream Studios, Benjamin Smith. We look forward to working with you. El Dorado Hotel from Bridgeport, thank you. And our keynote, Mike Mathis, we really appreciate you being here. We know how busy your schedule is, and we want to say thank you, and thank you. With that being said, thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. You don't have to go home. The band will play again and continue to network.
Good evening, everyone. So I wasn't planning on speaking tonight, so I don't have a speech or anything planned, but I want to thank the sponsors for contributing, donating to be a part of the advertisement, the marketing, the branding, which we have our featured sponsors are UMass, Center of Springfield. We have Webster Bank. And we also have Springfield College, who's a bronze sponsor. Who also provided support. We have Erica's Hall of Fame Kitchen. We have the Blooming Scholars Nursery and Preschool. We have the Afro Renaissance Art Society. We Got the Juice. And Divine Designs, who provided hair care services for some ladies tonight. And then my company, Act Marketing, who designed all the marketing. All right, thank you all. Hopefully we get MGM in Lamont. So, but thank you all.
Thank you, Dakota. And we have two incredibly awesome photographers. Kenley, where's Kenley? Kenley, raise your hand. We have Ed Cohen. Round of applause, thank you. If you haven't had your picture taken, please do so. There's nothing like a picture to kind of keep track of everything that we do. We want to get those pictures on social networks. So see Ed, see Kinley, get your picture taken. And then we also have Solo Productions, Nate Patterson. He's videotaping the whole production. He'd like to interview a few people, so please allow him to do so. If he taps you on the shoulder, just say okay. And with that, I think that's it. Oh, and then for all of our award winners, we had some handcrafted blankets made with quilts. My grandmother used to say quilts mean a lot because they tell a story. And culturally in our community, we've always had quilts because we take tattered rags and cotton or whatever we can find and we stuff them to keep our families warm. As we talk about the businesses that we're hoping to help cultivate and nurture and further their development, we're hoping that they in turn will work with our community to help keep us warm. So a symbolic contribution would be this quote that we like to give to all of our award winners. So our award winners, please come up. Thank you. And thank you, everyone.
Association of Black Business Professionals, Black Tie Gala.